It's a happy hump day. It's Wednesday here at Clemson Sports News at the Clemson Sports News studio. You're all in with CSN. We're about a mile from Death Valley, as the crow flies, as we like to say. I want to open up the show first on a little solemn note. I want to say a prayer for everybody up in Minneapolis and the troubles that are going on up there after today's news. If anybody's paid any attention to the news today, you know what I'm talking about. Just wanted to mention those folks up there and let them know they're in our hearts and prayers and thoughts. But hey, it's Wednesday. We got 3 days till kickoff, guys. Clemson, LSU, top 10 matchup, 7:30, Death Valley, the real Death Valley. That's happening on Saturday, guys. Oh, and I got some big news. Big news. Picked up a new sponsor today. That sponsor also is the official pizza vendor of the Clemson Tigers. If you go into Death Valley, you'll see Joe's New York Pizza everywhere. Welcome, Joe's New York Pizza to Clemson Sports News. They just joined our family of sponsors today. Want to welcome Jeff and his family and the folks that run that place. 3 locations. Got one at Patrick Square in Clemson. Got one in Seneca. Got one in Central. 3 of them. But not only that, guys, I'm telling you, so you come into town tomorrow. You come into town early. We're looking for somewhere to go after the first variety parade. Slide into Joe's. Get into the stadium. Still hunkering for some pizza? Guess what? It's there. Go find the pizza vendor. Joe's. It's going to be all over the stadium at all the vending locations. Then, game over. Somewhere to go, hang out, watch some more games. Go to Joe's. Patrick Square got plenty of TVs, man. Hang out, watch some more football. Have some appetizers. Have a drink. But hey, welcome Joe's Pizza to Clemson Sports News. And hey, can't forget our title sponsors, Ingles. Low prices, love the savings. Gotta love Ingles. 200+ stores across 5 states. We got them covered here at Clemson Sports News. The guys at Benson Ford, who just renewed this week for a 7th straight year with us. Got to thank Mr. Crow and that bunch, always over at 123 and Easley. Awesome people. Thank you again. That's Benson Ford, 123 and Easley, the top Ford dealership in the upstate. And then there's Oakway Tractor. I keep telling you folks, Kubota days, those orange tractors you see everywhere, the color of the sweatshirt I'm wearing, that is Andy over there at Oakway Tractor. It's a family-run business. They've been around for decades. If you're from this community, you know about his family. Okay? So that's Andy and the guys over there at Oakway Tractor. Go see them. And we have made a switch today. Our other friends that cook pizzas, they're from out of state. They're called Stoner's Pizza Joint. We used to do it on Fridays, but because we're live at Smoking Pig every Friday now, starting this Friday. And by the way, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and bring it out. This Friday, Ricky Sapp, Clemson defensive end legend, the Dancing Tiger himself, is going to join us and be on the set with us. I'm going to be there with Joey Martin from JW Martin Real Estate, who's probably on his podcast right now. And Joey's join us tomorrow. And we got several guests. We got Greg from over at Kiwi Financial coming over. Miss Catherine from Denver Downs is coming over. Miss Ingrid from the insurance agencies is coming over. We got Mr. Morris coming over from the general manager at Smoking Pig. And the guys from Pit Stop Auto are going to be there. And we're going to do our pick segment. Now, if you go on Clemson Sports News Facebook page, you'll find our pick 'em. It's a meme. You'll see a tiger sitting there with like a headset sitting in front of like a Las Vegas sign. And I've got 6 games picked out. You go in there, you email me your picks. If you win, guess what you get? You see what I'm wearing? A $50 value. This is a fleece hoodie. Fleece orange hoodie. You get 6, you go 6-0, and you just got to pick them straight up. There's no points. You go 6-0, you get a choice between a hoodie or one of our baseball jerseys or one of our regular long sleeve shirts. But we just got a whole bunch of merch in. That's another thing I want to mention. We've got a whole bunch of merch. You can purchase this one right here. And this thing is super badass. Sorry, excuse my French, but it is comfortable. It's a super luxurious hoodie. It's fleece on the inside, made by Gildan. Look at that kick-ass logo on there. Sorry about that once again, but look at that. Huh? How about that, Clemson Sports News, people? Get you one of these for $50. You can just email us at clemsonsportsnews@gmail.com. Tell me how many you need, what size. We got them right here. All right, now, again, going back to pizza and Stoner's Pizza Joint. I got a wings. It's Wings Wednesday. It used to be Friday Pie Day. Today's Wing Wednesday. And Doug cooked me up a special batch. Like I like them. I'm going to bring one out here shortly. He also sent me a little dessert treat. We're going to taste that stuff, guys, a little later. Okay? So right now, let's get to talking some football. I just put a couple articles out in the last day or two I'm sure you guys see we've been busy. I'm about to get off of here. When I get done, I got to go through all today's interviews, post-practice, and decipher what's in there and come up with some more. But I just before we even get into football, did anybody watch that game last night? How about them Tigers? Took that 4-1 win over them Gamecocks. You know something? It's been since 2014 since Clemson lost a soccer match to the University of South Carolina. That's literally 15 years, or excuse me, 11 years. And I think you have one draw in that time period. And that was last year. Yeah. Oh, it was ugly last night. It was a beatdown. Clemson soccer looking really good, and boy was Riggs rocking, packed, going nuts. You can tell they're ready for football because they were going nuts last night for that soccer game. But it was awesome to see that crowd last night. And so Riggs tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, on Thursday, the ladies take on the Gamecocks in the Palmetto series. So watch out for that one, okay? As we get into all the fall sports are kicking in right now, okay? I know the baseball guys are there doing fall practice. You've got all kinds of stuff going on. Hold on as I log back in our laptop here. All right. I think they got us. Hold on one second. Now we're back in. Okay. My screensaver came up on me. Sorry about that. You got sports kicking up. You got volleyball's about to kick in. Lacrosse. Tennis has got but basketball is really starting to warm up. We got October Amendment. We just talked about them earlier in the week, the schedule that released. That is some really cool stuff going on with the basketball team. And man, a lot of hype. I'm going to tell you, those transfers they got in, making some sense. He's put together a really complimentary roster. I can't wait to see what he does this year with that basketball team. I'm really excited because there's some really cool pieces he's added in there. But we'll get back to all that later on. We're here to talk about football, and for good reason. This football team is exciting me more and more and more. Every day, I keep just deciphering what they're doing, the progressions, the competition coming at them, and what they're doing and their progressions. Man, I just tell you, I'm excited about this football team. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm very conservative when it comes to Clemson football. I've been around 50 years hanging around this stuff. My first game was 1976, folks, on my birthday, September 20th. I went and saw them lose to the Dogs in Georgia, right there inside that little stadium we call Death Valley. And at the time, there was not an upper deck in sight anywhere. So, out of 50 years of watching this team, and I've been covering this team in the media since 2009, full time since 2017. So, for the last 8 years, I've been to every national championship. I've watched every game. I was a recruiting analyst before all that, and I talked to every kid. I interviewed Trevor, Deshaun, all these guys coming in. Heck, Ricky Sapp, my guest this weekend, I interviewed him when he was coming into Clemson. So I've watched these teams come and go, hype this, hype that. Maybe this year, but this year, I'm believing the hype. It's like the stars are lining up, folks. With the Tom Allen hire, you match that up with that defense, I think that they're going to really show us some things that we hadn't seen since Brent Venables left, and that's tenacity. And they want to be the top tackling team in the country. That's their mantra. And I think we're going to see that kind of tenacity out of this football team. I think we're going to pay attention to details. I think they're going to be so simplified that they're going to pin their ears back and go after people. And not athleticism win these ball games like they should. That's exciting. And Garrett Nussmeier's hurt, folks. I don't care what anybody says. That boy is not coming in 100%. And with that said, and an offensive line that returns one starter, they got 4 replacements. Now, I get it. They recruit, and they just keep plugging them in. It's the SEC, yada, yada, yada. Okay, it's also offensive tackle first start at Death Valley, the real one in Clemson, with about 130 decibels coming down on you. Oh, I got a good one for you. Go check that Clemson Sports News page. I put out a meme of a tiger holding a decibel meter. It says 132 dBs on it. We're going to have a correspondent on the sideline with a decibel meter that will post on the social media live the dB levels of Death Valley at certain points during this game. We're going to prove that Death Valley is the loudest stadium in America, and we're going to do it on Saturday. Watch. I just ordered the DB meter. It's going to be here in the morning. And I'm an audio engineer by trade, guys. I spent 35 years in the music industry as a tour manager and an audio engineer. I'm a endorsed and renowned engineer. I know what I'm doing. I know audio. And I know volume like no other. And I can tell you right now, the sound pressure, the loudest stadium I've been to on the field, Kyle Field in Texas A&M when Clemson blended that, when I went down there in 2018. That place is nuts. That place is there's nowhere for the sound to go. It's a big box. It all stays right in there, and it crushes you on. That place is nuts. I'll give that place the edge over us as the loudest stadium in the country. But we'll find out Saturday, because a lot of people are trying to say South Carolina's louder, Oregon's louder, and the other Death Valley is louder. Watch on Saturday. I'm going to prove it. Like I said, we had a correspondent on the field sitting there with a DB meter, and we're going to film it live as things are going off in there, and we're going to prove and we're going to. I'm going to get I'm going to have them post at different parts of the stadium, get the sound levels at different times, and we're going to aggregate those numbers and come up with a number for you at the end of the night. What the actual constant DB level was in there, much less where it peaked. Okay, so hey, the number we're looking for is about 133, which is literally louder than a jet engine. Okay, jet engine about 120. A snare drum, 110 decibels if you're standing right next to it. Okay, the snare, pow, that's 110 decibels. Okay, so think about that. It's about 132, 33. That's what Clemson needs to be to claim this little title. But, okay, now let's get back to football talk. Okay, so we're talking about those defenses, that Clemson defense, and what I think about it. And I think Tom Allen's he's a game plan master. If you guys watched what he did to Kevin Jennings and SMU in the playoffs, he shut that team down. Shut them down. He did the same thing several times last year to teams with key players like that. So he knows how to game plan and open things up. So we're going to see if this Tom Allen, does it take time to develop, or is it ready to go right out the box? I think it might be ready to go out the box. I think the addition of Bolwell in there helped out a lot. They're going to come out with an edge that we like here in Clemson, and we like to see players play with an edge. We're about to see it. Offensively, I'll be honest with you. I was listening to my buddy Walt Deftula today over on WCCP. Me and Walt have been buddies for a while. We talk all the time on Twitter, on DMs, and I've been a guest on the show many times in the past. I agree with Walt. Clemson's going to spread them out and throw the ball vertically down the field and take advantage of long shots, because they're going to force the LSU defense to soften up, and then they're going to hit them with some Adam Randall. I think it's pass sets up the run kind of thing, but I think the reason they're going to pass so much is because I don't think the LSU defensive line is that big a threat, guys. I really don't think that they are. They sure as heck aren't what we are on up front. Now, they got the linebackers. I'll give them that. They've got athleticism. They've got good linebacker play. But the guys up front are all interchangeable new guys coming up from last year. And I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm excited. Everybody's excited. The weather's amazing outside. Dude, it's fall outside. It feels like football weather here today. Now, they did say that some rain might creep in on Saturday now. So that might take away from the game a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be any kind of downpour situation. It might just be a drizzle here, a drizzle there. It's a little gray later on in the day. Who knows? But we're not going to let it bother us. This team, matter of fact, last time Brian Kelly came here, he came to town during hurricane. I was there. I covered that game. I didn't get home until like 4 a.m. Crazy. I was soaking wet. And I was just walking from the stadium to the car. Because they at 2:30 in the morning when we got through covering that game, got through our interviews, there were no more shuttle buses to the media parking lot, which is over there off of Perimeter Road. So it was quite a walk, and boy, I got soaked carrying all my gear. But hey, offensively, I think you're going to see, like I said, a lot of their attack. Again, I'll point, my buddy Walt was mentioning this earlier. He kind of stole my thunder when I listened to his take this afternoon. I was like, man, he's thinking just like I am. But I think Clemson's going to take advantage of this early until somebody can figure it out. You're going to roll those wide receivers in one after the other, and eventually those cornerbacks are going to tire out, because you got two really good cornerbacks on that team. Once you tire those two dudes out, they're going to have to push other guys in, and all of a sudden, boom, there comes that one play where the one guy just breaks the wrong way, reads the wrong, and boom, I think it's going to be a big night for the Clemson offense. I think the Clemson defense is going to be able to pull something out. Now, hey, these guys are going to get their points. Garrett Nussmeier's the man. I don't care if he's in a wheelchair; he'll be able to throw a football. Okay, the guy's got it. He's got a professional arm. He's probably, again, one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the country are right there in the field. I think those 2 and Lenore Sellers, you got all 3 of them right here in the state of South Carolina this weekend. Well, Lenore's going to make a trip over to Atlanta, but you know what I mean. Those 3, to me, are your top 3 quarterbacks in the country because Sellers is just a freak. Got the arm, got the legs, but he doesn't have the touch. That's the one thing I think that Cade and Nussmeier have. But I think Nussmeier is probably the better overall pro prospect. But if you give me a college quarterback, it's Cade Klubnik all day long because of his ability to read defenses, his ability to man, if you go back and watch the Texas game, watch the dimes this guy is dropping in on the number 1 pass defense in the country, by the way. They've given up 3 touchdowns all year last year, pass defense, or 4. Cade came in and got 3 in one game and was about to get more. Okay, so a lot going on. We're so excited, man, about the season starting. We started doing this show back in the spring, 3 times a week, just to keep you guys going, man. Keep you engaged. Go, man. Hey, man. Hey, let's talk football. Let's talk anything to keep y'all engaged when there's nothing going on. So we're glad that we're here now. We're here. And again, Friday night, the Smoking Pig, 7 o'clock. Ricky Sapp is going to be our special guest. The Dancing Tiger himself. The former All-American, high school All-American, the former number 1 high school recruit in the nation when he was in high school. The beast from Bamberg, Ricky Sapp, is going to be with us. And hey, get this, he's got a new job. He's now going to be the play-by-play person for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers Network. How about that stuff? Huh? The man's already picking up some gigs on ESPN. So we'll talk to Ricky and a bunch of others. Me and Joey Martin, like I said, from JW Martin Real Estate, we're going to be co-hosting. And I hope you guys come out and have some great barbecue, some fellowship, and just, again, local. Support local. I'll go back to Joe's Pizza, the Pit Stop Auto guys, the barbecue folks, everybody, Denver Downs, all these people are going to be there tomorrow, all local businesses. We love local. And we believe in it. We believe in supporting our friends. And I like to go to businesses and smile and go, hey, how y'all doing today? And watch them smile because they're doing great. And know that they're right here and their money stays right here. And we all support each other. Last thing I tell you, I'll be honest with you. I'll say it right here on the wall. I don't shop Walmart for that reason. I get my produce at produce stands. I get my groceries at Ingles because Ingles is from Asheville, North Carolina, right here. Okay? I get my stuff from Clemson and South Carolina locally sourced businesses right here. I do business with the businesses that do business with me because I'm all about supporting local, and I hope you are too. So hey, this one on Saturday, it's going to be so much fun. Get to interact with these LSU folks. They're going to be coming up. Give them the digs about the corn dogs. Okay, you'll see we put a bunch of memes up on our sports page, Clemson Sports News. It's in like little cartoons or little video vignettes, we made on AI of like Tiger chasing the corn dog eating LSU fan. They got that little reputation from their SEC buddies. You can find out that story. I don't want to get all into it, but it's kind of cute. So have some corn dogs and some mustard at your tailgate stall for those folks. See what they say when you say we've got corn dogs for you. Corn dogs! What was that movie with Will Ferrell about the basketball team? Remember that one? The Free Corn Dogs? Yeah. But, I just can't wait to see you guys pour into town. Tomorrow, the RVs will start pouring into the RV lot. I take my dogs down there and walk them around that moat all the time. Jake, my big husky here, he's a big husky. When I say that, he's about 1 year old. He's about 100 pounds. He's 75 pounds. He's huge. And he's a big puppy in a big dog's body. So I'm having to teach him how to walk all over again. But we've been doing it down there by the moat and around. Like today, we went down the road and we walked around baseball stadium and the moat and over by the dam, the moat, the earthen dam and all that stuff. We do that all the time. But it's going to be great to see cars pulling in tomorrow. The weather's perfect. Again, it feels like football out here. I guess you guys are going to love it. And I look forward to seeing everybody in town. By the way, I'm gonna mention these guys too. When you're out there and you're tailgating, right there where Lot 1 is, there's a church right across the street from Lot 1 on Highway 93. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, right? Look for the Fuel Food Truck. You're hearing me. The Fuel Food Truck. This guy provides, I'm talking healthy meals and amazing menu items. This is not your normal food truck with grease and pot and everything. This is not a bag of chips and some nachos, all right? This guy has got a menu of healthy alternatives and just good stuff. The Fuel Food Truck, parked at that church right across from Lot 1 tomorrow. Stop by and see those guys too, okay? Now, I gotta run in here and grab something real quick. Hang, guys, it's gonna be 15, not even 5 seconds. Well, all right, I'm back. Had to run grab our taste test item. I had left it in the other part of the studio here. Okay, you ready? Again, usually we do this on Friday. It's usually called Friday Pie Day. But because we're doing all of our live shows now on site, it's kind of harder for the guys from Stoner's Pizza Joint to get the stuff over to us. So today is Wing Wednesday. They made me my favorite double cooked, well done wings. And I want to show you this big, juicy, succulent sucker. Watch this thing. Good Lord. Ready? Look at that. Look at that. OMG, this is Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson. Look at that. Look at that. All right, watch this. Look how meaty that is. Look at that. It's a wing. The size of my wrist. Watch this. Oh. You can see my dogs right now. They're standing right here begging for that. They know what I'm getting my hands into. Man, Doug, y'all did it again. We're going to be doing a show there during basketball season on location. But, man, love me some Wing Wednesday now. Now, here's the kicker. This bad boy. Now, I know everybody has got like a cookie they have on their menu, okay? I've tried them all. Watch this one. This is their cookie. This is the closest thing I've ever seen to a Toll House cookie. Watch this. I'm going to break it apart for you right here. Watch this. Aha! Look at that. Look at that thing. Ugh. Oh. Winner. Chicken wing dinner with a cookie. Gotta go there. Stoner's Pizza Joint on Clemson Highway 123, Clemson Tiger Boulevard, right next to the AT&T store. Go in there, tell Doug and the crew that Clemson Sports News and Gary sent you down there. Now listen, Friday, we're going to be live at the Smoking Pig, 7 o'clock. We're going to preview the LSU game in total. We're going to go up and down, all around. We're going to go inside and out. You're going to know everything about this game before you walk in that door. We're going to make sure you know everything we can. And we're going to supply it to you on Friday. Me, Joey Martin, Ricky Sapp, and a whole host cast of characters, Until then, we'll see you Friday, 7 o'clock, Smoking Pig.